Let's go on. Let's look about asynchronous activities and synchronous activities. And let's look upon it from the didactic communication point of view. Asynchronous activities, they are the distribution of the contents, interactivity, non-synchronous, formative evaluation, access control, and LMSs. In fact, these activities cannot be found in Second Life tools, but they can be complemented by other activities, by other tools, by LMSs, and so on. Why not? We cannot be fundamentalist about life. We have to find the best way to do our job as teachers. And about synchronous activities, let's look to them from the didactic communication point of view. Let's see what is important to distribute the content. Is the structure, is the importance of the audio, is the importance of using visual activities like slides or videos, the use of non-verbal communication tools, and the study of the lexical gesture, as well virtual classrooms, screen sharing tools, and remote control tools. Let's have a look on it in details. Communication tools. We found an important information about this from a research that we have done in 2004 to 2005, inquiring teachers and students in Lisbon University and Extremadura University in Spain. And the conclusions are: the importance of the structured content is more than 1/3 of importance for the communication process and from the learning process. Good use of voice of the teacher is more than 20%. You can imagine that one teacher that don't use the voice as a communication tool,
just using something like this,
will destroy the communication process. Or if it doesn't know that our brains is much slower on understanding than our ears. This means that if you don't have the proper speed and you don't pause in the middle of some sentences, or you just fade out in some words on some sentences, our brain has a filter which make the communication much more difficult. We are using in our post-graduation of didactic and the pedagogical skills for teachers one model which is teach them how to use their voice. Multi-channel presentations using video, use presentations, and these presentations should be all synchronized one with the other tools for the proper process of communication. Non-verbal communication is very important. Body expression, good looking, good languages, body languages, face and eyes expression, and so on. These ingredients are complementing one to the other and make a synergetic effect. Let's have a look about these tools, the statistic results of these tools, and another aspect and question presented in the query. It was about the importance of slides presentation. And the first question was, how would you classify a well-structured and good quality presentation as a pedagogical tool? Classification should be from 0 to 5, and the average result it was 4.4, which means that if the presentation is very well done, it's a very important and relevant effect from the pedagogical point of view. The second question about presentations was, if the presentation is poor, badly presented, non-synchronous between the narration and the slides presentation, should it be presented or not? And the result is 0. So it should not be presented, or in less conditions should not be done. Another aspect, it was the importance of the video. We presented 3 questions. One is just video, another is the video with the slides, and the other aspect is only the slides. Of course, all of them with the narration. And the results are, the video by itself is the less important aspect. It was necessary, in fact, some kind of impacted relation between the tutor and the student. And the most important and most relevant aspect, it was the slides narrated. This means if you are using a Second Life environment, you do not need, in fact, the presence of the teacher face when you are presenting the contents in a multimedia format. This is the conclusion. Or you can just use some slightly presence of the tutor. And about the virtual classroom, this is quite an important tool. We need more a screen share and remote control of your screen and your student screen to share experiences and to share presentations in the long distance formats. So we have to integrate this type of tool together with Second Life activities. It can be a complementary tool to our work as a teacher. And some questions about this subject.